Hello everybody, welcome back to Zobat Blood Collectibles, and today on the channel, guys, we're going to be reviewing Todd McFarlane's DC Multiverse Black Adam movie line. And not only that, I'm going to talk about the movie as well, because me and my wife just saw it on Friday, and I know it's been almost a week, but I've been busy, I've been working, but we're going to dive into it, and I'm going to talk about this movie, so spoiler alerts are coming. So if you don't want to hear about the movie, go ahead and give the video a like, also subscribe, and then adios, see you later. But for everyone else that's seen the movie, stay tuned to the channel, guys, because we're about to dive deep into this, and I'm going to tell you my raw thoughts on what I thought about Dwayne Johnson's movie, also the way he acted, also all the other characters. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible because I got a lot. But overall, with the McFarlane DC Multiverse figures, his movie line with them, McFarlane did a really good job. So before we get started, please give the video a like, also subscribe to the channel, and guys, we're gonna talk about this movie, so please hit me up in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts was about Black Adam movie. Now, there's a lot surrounding Black Adam and Dwayne Johnson right now and James Gunn, so my whole thing is just sticking with just the Black Adam movie today with the review, but we could talk all you want about everything else in the comment section below. So make sure you hit the like, also subscribe to the channel, and then hit me up in the comment section below. And also, guys, stay updated by hitting that notification bell. Now, with the McFarlane figures, McFarlane did an awesome job with these figures. And then this Black Adam right here, he looks dope. And just like in the movie, this dude in the beginning of the movie, this dude looked dope when he came out, when he first awakened. But I didn't like the way that the lady resurrected him. But overall, the Rock really did look good. He sold me a little bit on being Black Adam at that scene when he had his hood on because you couldn't see his face, and this dude was just killing people. It was dope. That scene was dope. I got to the edge of my seat because me and my girl, I like, baby, wifey, it's time for movie night, date night. So we get on the couch, sit down, we got popcorn, we already ate dinner, so we got cuddled up together in a cover. It was cold. We opened a window a little bit, and we sat down and watched a really great movie, but it wasn't great. So, guys, this dude was dope when he looked like this, and he almost persuaded me as Black Adam. And then during this fight or whatever, it was still dope. And then it's just some of the action scenes, I was like, okay, why do you have to copy every other fighting movie? See, the thing that made, which one was that? Captain America, Civil War, and the Winter Soldier was for the fact that we seen something that we never seen before. And I thought that Black Adam was going to bring that back with some of Zack Snyder's thinking. But we didn't get that. This dude, like, one scene was in slow motion, and it played that song, whatever. I'm like, come on, man. We already seen that. Why are you copying other movies? Why is this in slow motion? There shouldn't be no slow motion. I'm getting tired of that. And Dwayne wanted his movie to be so much like Zack Snyder that he copied Zack Snyder to a T, but it didn't work. It didn't even work in Justice League for me. I hate it for the fact that I was in that long Justice League movie. And it really didn't work here with that stupid song that they always use for almost every movie. It was just horrible. But anyways, this dude gets knocked to the floor, and then he gets knocked out. And then that's when the movie goes garbage. This dude wakes up, he's with this little boy, and this little boy is annoying as ever, and it's just bad acting. He was a bad actor. His mom was a bad actor. I didn't like her either at all, and I didn't like her brother either. Horrible. The jokes were cringy as ever, and then the Dwayne Johnson, man, like, because he didn't change his hair. See, when you playing a character like Black Adam, he should have changed the hair. He should have had the hairline. I want to bring out my other one, but it's in the closet, so I can't pull it out right now. The way Black Adam is supposed to look, like the comic book one that McFarlane made was dope. And I had to dig through the closet to get them. But anyways, guys, If this dude would have just changed his ears, changed the way he talked, and also changed his had his hair and just put a little makeup on his face to make him look not like Dwayne Johnson, this movie would have been dope. His part would have been dope, at least. But it was horrible. I can see Dwayne Johnson couldn't sell me that he was Black Adam if they paid me. When you play a superhero, you are supposed to act like a totally different person. You have to sell your character as if I'm believing that you're not Dwayne Johnson, but I'm believing that you're Black Adam. Like when Ben Affleck, I knew he was playing Batman. I had my ifs, but when I saw him, I was like, okay, that's Bruce Wayne. He even act like Bruce Wayne, but not Dwayne Johnson. He act just like Dwayne Johnson. And this is what I was saying in my other review of when I was talking about Dwayne Johnson in my other video. You go check that out too. Hit me up in the comment section below. See, this dude acted like him. And you can tell he stretches his ego all in this movie. And he, as to me, it just seemed like he wanted his face, himself, all up in there. Instead of putting the character up there, he put himself up there. So instead of us seeing Black Adam, we didn't see Black Adam. We saw The Rock. And every time this dude walked around, all I can see is The Rock and his stupid ego. Now, I love this dude as a movie star. I like his movies. I liked him in Fast Furious, but I hated him in Black Adam. Hated him to a T. He tried to copy the Terminator with him and the kid with their catchphrase. The dialogue for Black Adam for Dwayne The Rock Johnson was horrible. Horrible. This kid was so bad as an actor. I don't blame the kid. I blame the people who chose the kid. And The Rock gets some of that as well because it's his movie. This was horrible. So I'm like, oh man, just shut up already. The Rock, stop being Dwayne Johnson. Like Dwayne Johnson, be a character, act for once. He was so bad, he couldn't sell me at all as Black Adam. And that's just me. And I'm a big, huge DC fan, and I was very disappointed in his acting and the way that he talked. The fighting was great. Love the fighting. It looked really good. That's the only part I enjoyed. But every time I heard this dude open up his mouth, it just drove me crazy. So enough with him for now. So then we get into the part where this dude comes on the scene, Hawkman. Now, I loved Hawkman. I had no complaints about Hawkman. Only complaints I had is for the fact that his dialogue sucked as well. And when I say his dialogue, like as far as him being a character, he was a believable character. And look right here, guys. I'm not going to do like a full review on these characters because we already know what we're getting. But I'm just showing you the video, these figures off. And also just letting you know that these are awesome figures. And then going over the movie. But anyways, his part in it was dope. I really did love him. And as far as him, it was really good. I didn't like the jet scene, like the jet coming out from the ground looking like X-Men. And then look fake as ever and then open up all fast. I want a real movie. Do something real for once. But as far as the guy that played him, I forgot his name. But he was really good. And his acting was really good. And I love the character. I have no gripes and complaints. The character was strong. He did what he needed to do. And he sold me as Hawkman. When I was watching his performance, he sold me as Hawkman. And this figure right here is just dope. And then McFarlane just did an awesome job. Look at to a T with this dude. This dude is dope. He looks just like he does in the movie. I have no gripes and complaint about it. This is a dope figure right here. Even The Rock was a dope figure. But this dude can't stand for nothing right now because I put the sand down. But overall, this figure right here is really, really cool. I'm going to give this figure a 10. Black Adam gets a 10 as well. So as far as the figures so far, it's better than the movie. So I'm kind of glad that The Rock bought out his movies because it gave me some good figures. And then we're going to go, we talk about Dr. Fate. It showed him, and he also was dope in the movie. Between him and Dr. Fate, a lot of people said that Hawkman didn't get a lot of screen time. To me, I thought he got enough, and I thought that he was great in what he did as well. So I didn't have no gripes and complaint. They did show both of these two a lot, and him and Dwayne Johnson fighting a lot. That was okay. Now I do have gripes and complaint about that too, and I'll get to that in a minute. But Dr. Fate right here is just dope, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Just beautiful. Love the cape. I was gonna switch it out as well, but it's just too beautiful. I had to leave it. Love the mask. I love everything about this character, and I love the way McFarlane did him. And then look, all right here is just dope. Look at that. Just you can see his sign for Dr. Fate all in there. Even right here on his thighs, you can see it. Look at that. That's just dope right there. So this was a really, really great figure. And just as great as it is in the figure, his part in the movie was really, really good. And Pierce Johnson, whatever his name is, this dude did a really, really great job. I know he played James Bond back in the day. Thanks to him, we had a dope game back in the day in the 90s, late 90s, with the Nintendo 64. I think it was late 90s. And we used to play that game all the time. And they used to cheat with Oddjob because he was the smallest guy. So this dude could run anywhere and kill everybody real fast when you play the 4-player mode. But anyways, this dude was dope. In the movie, he did a really, really great job. And everyone was complaining for the fact that he died at the end of the movie. But I'm glad he did, because that ended. It was going to end anyways. The DCEU was going to end anyway. So I didn't have no problem with him dying. I just didn't like the way that he died was kind of like, oh, he could have died better than that. But overall, this figure is dope right here. McFarlane did an awesome job with him. But his part in the movie was dope. I love the way he did. I love the way Hawkman did. Now, you notice I don't have the other two. I saw them plenty of times. They still up there at Target, but I'm not going to buy them because in the movie, they were pointless. Pointless. How you going to have a Justice League team and then leave them not do nothing? The Rock didn't have these people do anything in the movie. Those two were pointless. They're just being there just to be made fun of, and then the girl was just there to say one smart thing. That was it. And they had good chemistry, but I want to see more with the Justice Society, the JSSA. I think that's what it's called. I want to see more of them more than anything, because when they were on the screen with Dr. Fate, Hawkman, and then I can't even think of his name right now, the tall guy, Atom Smasher, and then Cyclone, the movie was, I started getting back into the movie. But every time they brought in Dwayne Johnson, oh, the movie went sour. Him and that little boy was horrible. Dwayne Johnson, his acting was horrific in this movie. And I did not like it at all. And all he did was, you see, like I told you before, he put down Black Adam and put forth The Rock, and his just everything about him. He just he wanted him to shine instead of having the character itself shine. Now, if you can't, that's the best way I can explain it. And that's why I hate his movie. And then not only that, the story was terrible. I'm a Christian, and a lot of people that are Christians are going to hate this movie because of the dialogue and the way the storyline went, especially with this guy at the top right here. And Black Adam was supposed to be Black Jesus. Or Jesus. At least that's what everyone's comparing him to. But dude, man, I wish they would have changed the dialogue and just not have this movie happen. Have the JSA in their own movie, not with Black Adam. Black Adam was a disaster, you guys. Disaster. This dude, Dwayne Johnson, like I was telling you in my last review, he should have came out, if he was smart, you come out with your movie, but first come out with Shazam. You and Shazam go head to head. You trying to kill Shazam to become the best champion. And then while you beating up Shazam, Superman gets in the way because Shazam can't control his power. That would have been dope. That's what we need to see. That's what the fans know. And not just the fans, That's what get people in here. Kids, everybody. Everyone would go see that because Shazam is the main guy, not Black Adam. There should have never been a Black Adam movie. The story was horrible. And a lot of people are not going to see it because it has too much to do with I'm a god and this and that. And I'm here to bring death. I'm a killer. I'm this. Guys, Black Adam is a bad guy. He's an anti-hero. He's more of a bad guy than anything. And then he becomes a hero later on down the road. But he still has his ways. And in this movie, they focus on him being a superhero more than anything. And I just didn't like it. And then I also didn't like for the fact that these two kept going back and forth and fighting and stuff. That got boring. Like there was like, come on guys, we've seen this over and over again. Okay, that's enough. Man of Steel works so good because Man of Steel didn't just have one bad guy. He had Zod, and then he has the girl, and then he also had the big tall guy, and then he also had the machine that he had to fight against. The Rock just fighting against regular criminals, and then at the end, he fights against this big demon. And I'm about to tell you about him right now. Now this dude is dope right here. And when I saw him, when McFarlane first announced that they was bringing out this guy right here, this guy is huge too. He's tall. So I'm gonna put the thing way up here, and then kind of scoot it back just a little. Sorry guys, but anyways, this dude's so tall I can't even put him on here. And then I also have another stand. So let me see if I can stand him on something else. Let's use this. There we go. And I'll bring this down right here. That's higher. I hope it don't fall. Sorry guys, I need to get a new stand. This stand is way too short. But anyways, this dude is dope right here. In the movie, when he became this red thing, I really did like that part. A lot of people say he should have been in the movie. And only reason I say he shouldn't have been in the movie, if people say that, is because he should have been in the movie way earlier than what it portrayed. By the time he came in the movie should have been done and over with. And I think they should have put him in the movie a way long time ago. And I know... Hold up, guys. Alright, guys. So... like I said before, my wife just texted me. But anyways, guys, this movie right here with this dude, he should have came way early in the movie. And if he would have came way early in the movie, it would have been a whole lot better. But the character himself, as far as him being the bad guy, I thought he was dope. I really did like how big he was. Now, with this figure right here, when I saw that McFarlane was releasing this, I was like, this is a figure I gotta get. This figure is dope right here. And guys, this figure is dope. One thing I do have gripes and complain about, I don't think McFarlane saw the movie yet, was for the fact that he's kind of on the skinny side. Because the one in the movie, he was buff, he was beefy. And I just wish they would have done that with him. I have no gripes and complaint with this dude being the bad guy, the way he fought against Dr. Fate and Hawkman. But he fought against Dwayne Johnson and that was whack. It was like not even a fight. It was stupid. Where this should have been their main battle right here. And instead, they gave it to Dr. Fate, which I'm glad they did. Because I was getting tired of Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson acting is what killed the movie for me. And the little boy, he would have saved it if the dialogue was better. But the dialogue and the storyline was just stupid. But overall, this figure, I'm so glad that we did get the movie because it got this dope figure right here. Out of all these 4 figures right here, this is the best one to me. And then his articulation is really, really cool. And McFarlane put some dope detail in this dude. You can see veins all through his striations and veins all through his legs, through his arms. He has writing all on his body. I thought that was just dope. And he has really good articulation. And then not only does he have articulation, this dude's head sculpt is just amazing. I just wish they would have painted the crown, but the crown is that color because it's burnt. So I wish you would have gave it like a bluish type color right there. I thought that would have been dope. Like a grayish blue. I thought that would have been really good. But overall, look at this. This dude is dope. The eyes and everything. It just looks really, really cool. But anyways, guys, with the movie, this dude was dope. He was beefy. This one is kind of on the skinny side, so I think that was kind of like a mishap right here. But overall, it still looks really, really cool. I think McFarlane did a really good job. And all four of these figures are dope. All of them get a 10. Dr. Fate get a 10. This dude get a 10. Me and my wife was at the mall, and I saw this dude, and my wife was complaining about spending money and buying too many figures, so I had to slow down, so I couldn't buy them when my wife was around. So I was like, hopefully I'll come back the next day and he'll still be there. And I went back the next day. There were still three of them left, so I went on here and picked up this one. And I'm just so glad I got him. This dude is huge. He's big, and yes, he's a demon. But I use this dude for a bad guy. So, and he's gonna be with all my bad guys characters. And I just think that this dude is really, really dope. And I love the way that him and Dr. Fate and Hawkman was fighting. And I didn't like the way Black Adam was fighting. And then he said the stupidest thing ever while he was in the middle of killing this dude. He says, catchphrase, I'm the man in black. Something like that on that level. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, this movie, I'm done. My wife was so done, she went upstairs. So I had to turn it off and just go upstairs. I didn't even get to see Henry Cavill because I was done with the movie as well. And I was just upset. And then I kept watching it. And right before I turned it off, this dude, after he kills the guy, he's sitting on a throne. And the way that Dwayne Johnson sits on this throne, it's just, that's when I was like, okay, I had enough. This is horrible. Horrible acting, guys. Horrible. This movie was trash. This movie was so bad. I think this one was on a level of probably worse. I don't know. On the same level as what's that? The Suicide Squad. Probably worse than that one. At least Will Smith was stupid too. He couldn't sold me in that. I don't like Will Smith. But anyways, I think it was worse than that. Because this movie copied so many other movies. It tried to copy. I can see Terminator 2, he tried to copy. And when you try to copy someone and you're not real about it, it just looks bad. And I think with this movie right here, this movie tried to copy Man of Steel with the action, which was good. I do have to say, the action was good. I enjoyed the action. The dialogue, he was trying to copy the Terminator Part 2, and it didn't work at all. That was horrible. And the dialogue in this, whoever wrote this movie need like 80 lashes on them right now. Because that was horrible. 80 lashes. They should have beat them. Beat whoever wrote this story. Should have beat them like they beat Black Adam in the movie. Before he became Black Adam. Because that was the dialogue. Everything is cringe-worthy. Everything Dwayne Johnson said out of his mouth was cringe-worthy. Especially catchphrase. I'm the strongest. I am a god. I'm not a superhero. We know you're not a superhero, idiot. Stop saying that. I just got tired of it. Tired of it. This movie gets a big fat D-. I would have gave it an F. It gets a D- because the main character was horrible. And when you have the main character acting is horrible, the movie itself is horrible. The movie would have been really, really good if The Rock would have sold himself as Black Adam. And I don't think he did a good job selling himself as Black Adam. He sold himself instead of selling Black Adam. Because he put his ego in the way instead of being Black Adam. And that's just the truth. Hit me up in the comment section below if you don't agree with what I'm saying right now. And I love to argue, so we can argue back and forth. Only one I don't argue with is the wifey. She always wins. So I can never beat her, so I never argue with her. Because she's going to always win. But anyways, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. And out of these 4 characters that you see up here, which one is your favorite figure? Because to me, I think Sabak is probably one of my favorite mega figures that McFarlane has made right now. And it took the spot of the Red Lantern that I have as well. I think this is one of my best ones. because this dude looks dope, and I could put him with other figures and not just with the Black Adam line. And that's the main reason why I wanted him, because I want this when I take pictures with Thor, with the SH figure arts with Thor and Lady Thor. I think he would go really good with them, so it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna do some great stuff. Some great stuff is coming, guys. But in order to do that, you gotta help the video by subscribing, liking, and subscribing to the video. So I want to know what you think on your overall thoughts about the Black Adam movie, because to me the movie sucked. It was a rip-off, knockoff of Man of Steel by far. It's not even on the same level as Man of Steel. Man of Steel is like A1, and that is the most underrated movie to me, but it's my best superhero movie of all time. And I hold that one up above all movies, including Endgame, including Avengers, Infinity War, which is my best Marvel movie. I hold that way up there. Avenger Infinity War was my second best superhero movie, and then Civil War was right there after it. And then after Civil War, I don't know which one is after. I think Endgame was boring. The end was good, but the beginning of that one was boring, and then their whole thing that they had to do was boring until they got to the action at the last end. So I don't count that as one of my favorite movies. But anyways, we can go on with that. But yeah, guys, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it, even though I hate this movie too. Uh, Thor: Love and Thunder was better than Black Adam. Okay, I said it. I said it. Yes, I'd rather watch Thor: Love and Thunder, even though that was horrible with the stupid, corny jokes. At least I can see Chris Hemsworth as Thor. I see Thor when I watch him. I'm watching Thor. Black Adam, when you watch Black Adam, you're watching The Rock with powers. I don't want to see The Rock with powers. No one wants to see The Rock with powers. We want to see Black Adam with powers. We want to see good dialogue. We want to see a good storyline. This movie was garbage. The only two that were good was these two right here, Hawkman and Dr. Fate. It should have been their movie with no Black Adam. Because every time The Rock was off the screen, the movie was good. I found myself watching a good movie. And then every time he popped on screen, I started watching a bad movie. Even though the kid was horrible, I still could have said that he's a kid, and it's just what it is. But The Rock didn't sell it as Black Adam. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Is he didn't sell himself as Black Adam to me. He sold himself as The Rock. And when I was watching it, I was like, man, we're just watching a wrestler with powers. Horrible. He gets an F in acting. Horrible. You're not a good superhero. Don't ever try to be one ever again. I do not like Black Adam movie. I hate for the fact that Dwayne Johnson was Black Adam, and I don't want to ever see him again as Black Adam. I don't want to ever see him again in DC Universe ever again. And if they do bring him back, put some hair on his head, on that shiny bald head, put some hair on it. And then after that, put some ears, put some pointy ears on his thick skull. And then give him some good dialogue. And go take him in the back. Do what you gotta do. Give him 80 lashes if you need to. So this dude could come out and know how to act. Because his acting sucked. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Of what you think about Black Adam movie. I was very, very disappointed. Because I was looking so forward to watching this movie. I had high hopes for DC when Black Adam came. I said Black Adam is going to change the... Black Adam was going to bring back DCEU. And he didn't bring it back. He wiped it out. He helped wiped it out. After they saw that and they lost money, this movie's not even going to crack 300,000. It might, maybe 4, but the movie was 200,000, just 200,000 million. 200 million to make. And I heard that it might have even hit 4 million. Hit me up in the comment section below. 400 million on me. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about The Rock acting. And think about it, guys. Think about it. Did The Rock sell you as Black Adam, or did he sell you as himself? Okay? Because That's what I see in the whole movie. I saw The Rock and his ego in the whole movie. Every time he hit the screen, that's all I saw. And him walking around, catchphrase, catchphrase. What is this? What is that? Oh, well, I didn't kill him. Yeah, well, I did. Yes. Well, I know I didn't kill him because I knew you was gonna save him. Just stupid stuff. I could have wrote that. I could have had my 10-year-old son write that. That's how bad it is. This movie gets a D minus. You know what? I'm gonna say it. No, I'm gonna keep it the same. Only because I love Dr. Fate and I love Hawkman. And I really thought Hawkman, the guy that played Hawkman, is a really great actor and he did a really awesome job. And I appreciate the fact that he sold me on that character as Hawkman. And I wish I could see him in more movies because this dude was dope. And I wish I could see more of Dr. Fate as well because that was dope. And then Atom Smasher, I will go back and buy those two figures. But all three, because you gotta buy the small him and the big him. I will buy it only because I'm completist. So I will get that. And I will do a review on those as well. And I really want to see them. I thought they were really great actors. And I thought they did really good with what they were dealt with. But we didn't get enough of them. And that sucks. We got a lot of the Rock and the Stupid Kid. But we didn't get enough of the Justice Society League. So, yeah, guys, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I still got a whole lot coming up, guys. I've been going to my comic book store, local comic book store, and man, Marvel Select is on its game right now. You know, I got my DC Multiverse line, but I'm just picking up. I'm just having bad luck right now. I'm just finding one or two here, and I like to shop. And go. That's the thrill of going out to the stores. And hit me in the comment section below if you do the same thing. And it's going out buying the figure rather than just order online. It gets boring when you order online, but it's even better when you go out and hunt and you actually find something that you really really like that you never thought you would really find. Going out toy hunting, that's the joy that I get of collecting. So finding this guy, and I only got him for like $25 at GameStop. It was a joy to me. So I went to my local comic book store, and I still see the same flashes, that whole flash line, all four of them. But it's just like that's not my thing. I got too many flashes already, so I just went over here and skipped that. If I do get one, it's gonna be the one with the hat. I really do like that one. I'm digging it, but I had passed it up because Marvel Select, guys. Go to your local comic book store. Marvel Select are throwing out some really dope figures right now. I just picked up the Eddie Brock one with the half face of Eddie Brock. I will do a review on him. I also picked up the Gladiator Hulk. This thing is dope. It's big. It's huge. The articulation is great. I can't wait to open the Venom one that I just picked up today. But I picked him up today. Yesterday I picked up the Hulk. And yeah, guys, I'm doing really good with Marvel Select right now. I also had the Red Hulk. Go watch that video. Check it out. Also give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. But yeah, go check out that video. That video is great. It's doing well. As it's doing better than what I thought. I thought it was going to have 200 views and almost at 1,000 right now. So that's cool. So yeah, check that video out and let me know what you think about the Red Hulk from Marvel Select, because that is an awesome figure. And if you're a Marvel fan or any collector, you must have that in your line. So, Bad Blood Collectibles, guys, I had a great time talking to you guys. I hope you check out the video. I hope you give it a like. And I hope you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And let's talk movies. Let's talk action figures. Hit me up in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, I want to know. I appreciate every comment, negative or good, bad, or not, or horrible. Just keep in mind to always be respectful. And that's how I roll. Be respectful. We could have disagreements, but just keep it respectful, guys. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Marvel Select Incredible Hulk is coming up next. I will see you in the next video, guys. Adios. See you later.